It is an absolutely gorgeous morning for a sail. Bit moist, but thankfully we don't have too much wind as we're getting in and out of this berth, so it'll make it a lot easier. We're about to leave our short stay in Mackay before continuing north. 5 months ago, we left our home port of Ballina with no sailing experience and have sauntered our way up the east coast of Queensland. This episode, we're making passage from Mackay to the Newry Islands. Being only in our first season of sailing, we've really had no clue what would be in store for us. We were forced to put our Adams 35 into a marina as there were no safe anchorages in Mackay. It also happened to coincide with us losing our anchor. Last episode, our windlass went low voltage, so we couldn't pull the anchor snug up into the bow roller. On that windward passage, we could hear the anchor getting flogged and soon discovered that the bolts on the swivel had cracked. The bolts became more loose by the second and eventually the swivel completely uncoupled and away went the anchor. But we've found another and we're on the move. This will be our last port stop for a couple of weeks, so we're stocking up on food, water, diesel and petrol. We've just come out of the marina and we're looking out the bar. It's flat as quite a bit of grey clouds out in the horizon, so we're in for a bit of a wet sail. Especially now Josh has found a second rain jacket that I can nick, because this one isn't a rain jacket, it's just water resistant, so after a couple of hours in the rainy cockpit you get pretty sad.
Beautiful looking day that way. Whole lot of unenjoyable weather in the direction we're going.
I want to go south.
But hopefully we just keep following that all the way along and we're out of it by the time we get to where it is. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, ready about. Just wait for a bit of speed so we can get the way through. Right,
Thank you.
Once the sail catches that, you're not going to be able to lock it off either.
So our wind speed's at about 15 to 20 knots and we're getting a bit of weather helm, so we're going to put a reef in.
Yep.
Do you want to do that now?
Yep. We just surfed down a wave at 9 knots.
Wow, that's the fastest we've ever surfed down a
we're
wave.
averaging 7.5 to 8, so it's no wonder that it's quite hard to helm. Yeah, I just need to spend a bit of time now to get the boat set up for the next
5 hours.
3-4 hours, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the wind speed builds.
It will be about 3 or 4 hours if
Yeah.
we maintain the speed. We just got 9.9 knots surfing down that wave, so we're actually going to put 2 reefs in. Yeah, look at this one. Wow.
It's absolutely incredible in sailing how quickly it can go from stressful, uncomfortable, anxious sailing to frothing on just how nice it is.
I'm about to read Agatha Christie to Josh. We went to the op shop the other day and I got Death on the Nile, great book I read this in high school.
It's 11 o'clock and we're due in sometime between 1:30 and 2. It's just so lovely now. with 2 reefs in the main.
And how is it to helm now?
Everything's so balanced. It's so easy to helm. We were constantly rounding up into the wind before. I've got the main sheet let out a tiny little bit, just enough to catch a breeze. As close to a run as we can be, but it is on our port side and it's closer to a broad reach most of the time. We're quite close to the coast, but it's kind of nice. We get a good view and it's just a pretty little run.
Make it nice.
And we're also a little bit more protected in close to the coast from the wind, so that's been helping us feel a lot more comfortable. It is reasonably shallow, but it's not too bad.
I suppose these are real, aren't they, Lynette? Of course. I know it's of course to you, my sweet, but it would be to most people.
So we're just about to come into a green zone. Phoebe's still reading to me. We're just rounding this little point here. Lures in, cutting it quite close to these rocks, but it's going to allow us to just be on one continuous tack all the way into our destination. So it works out pretty well, to be honest. Can you say that this is just marvelous in the accent?
This is just marvelous, darling.
That it is. Woohoo!
Oh, hi. Welcome to the world, little one. It's been a couple of days since she's seen this sign. Oh, how good is that? Got up out of bed and the bed was all warm, and then I put her under the covers, under the pillows, and tucked her in there. When I pulled her out, she was so sandy coloured, and she goes this colour when she's really warm. She looked so comfortable. It was still warm where she was lying. So now she gets a bit of suntan. Usually a little bit disorientating, isn't it? How good. Aww. Hey?
This is just a great sail for everybody. Sonia's having some lunch. What do you got there, Sonia? Crickets! Cauliflower! And I'm losing concentration because I'm trying to show you what's going on. Phoebe's up there getting some photos. We're passing a beautiful island here, and I need to pay much better attention.
So we're coming into Port Newry now. We're just about to drop the sails. And overall it's been a really pleasant sail.
As soon as we reefed.
One of the better sails that we've had in a really long time. I think our souls really needed that, to be honest.
Yeah, sure of it.
Alright, let's do this.
So you'll let that head sail out when I start dropping it down? Alright, I'm ready when you are. Might want to sheet that mainsail in as well when you come around. It's going to be a quick one, okay? Because those rocks are close. Radio! About time that I set up the tender so we can go for a little adventure. Gonna go get some coconuts. Phoebe's working hard on the next video coming at you. And I just also started the motor because we're just gonna re-anchor. A boat from the anchorage has left this morning. and we're just going to get a little bit further away from Parhelion over here, and then also Marauder. We were the last boats into the anchorage, so I guess it's only fair that we reshuffle so we're not in the same line as all these boats, and yeah, just so it's safe when we do start swinging in all different directions on the slack tide, or the just either top or bottom of the tide, when the tidal motion stops sort of being more dominant, and if potentially there's not much wind at that point in time, which would be great because it means it's not a lot of wind. But tender's ready to go in, and we're just going to move back here a little bit just so we're not in the same line. Oh.
Oh, that's fine.
Right, ready for you to go down.
Okay.
Slowly. Thanks, baby. Good work, team. That anchor come out up the right way? First time, eh?
Yeah.
Never used to come up the right way with a swivel on it.
No, it used to come up. Hey, baby.
Come play.
Babe, I'm editing.
I want to play.
What?
I want to play.
I can't play with you right now. I'm editing. I'm editing
When
while
will you
it's
be
raining.
finished?
I don't know, my love. Why don't you go play outside? There's lots of people to play with out there.
Some other people.
Yeah.
Go on an adventure.
The kids on the other boat. Yeah.
I'll just go talk to them and
You're just
ask
gonna
them.
have to go play with someone else. Okay?
Go play with some boys.
Yeah, you can play with yourself. You can't do it on the boat.
Distract you too much from your work.
You can go and play with the boys on Parhelion.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll go play with them.
Okay. Where there's boys, there's nuts. Coconuts?
Coconuts. Love you.
Be back before it's dark.
Okay, Bobby. So the idea was to come and get some coconuts, and it's a bit too wet to climb the tree, so we're using alternate methods. Oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what we came here for. I'm gonna climb a tree. Got one. Two up. I'm just gonna climb this tree, eh?
Hang on, mate. And there we go. You be careful up there.
Oh, fuck me. There's so many green ants up here.
Done very well. Is that hard work? You've done well. Hold on, hold on. This one's... Hey! Yeah.
It's a bit hard to drink them.
That's all, yeah.
Like, how do you actually get it? Oh, oh yeah, that's what it's all about. Oh, that's full.
Mate, that's
Oh,
how good's that?
is that like?
Very right.
Close your
Oh,
eyes
yeah.
and pretend it's beer.
It's not that good, but it's it's nice, mate. It's fresh.
Be a good afternoon munchy food for cards. No, it's cracked the shell, but it hasn't. Oh. So I was thinking, why don't each three of us take however long, a couple of minutes, whatever, just to have a little scope of this bush around the area and find your favourite plant. And then we'll just do a little thing of why it's your favourite plant.
Yeah, right. A lot of them are looking pretty similar to
Oh,
me there, but
yeah.
if we get some variety going.
Yeah.
I can go first.
Alright.
You already know yours.
Yeah. This little fern here. Look at him, he's coming out of nowhere. He's trying. Next minute he sees a little bit of sun. And then he's running to the moon, baby.
Would that be called a... I guess it's coexisting with that tree, isn't it? It's not like it's...
Strangling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of just...
Like compared to that one over there, look at that thick one.
He's kind of just worked his way through all that bark and just positioned himself a nice little groove all the way to the top.
And it's actually dying down at the base, but living purely...
I don't think he's dying, it's just
But look
that's
at...
not where you see the sun.
Yeah, the leaves have... They're like the most common thing here. They're everywhere. They're definitely one of the most dominant plants, more than gum trees. But they're just such a beautiful Australian native. Like, it's like a broom. It's like... And then look at the arse of it.
Ooh.
They remind me of, what's that, Dr. Seuss?
Oh,
It's kind of like, it's definitely Dr. Seuss type. Is it deciduous? I think they are deciduous. Yeah, it is.
Deciduous means?
Yeah.
Yeah, deciduous. Doesn't look like much right now, but it's deciduous. So come summer.
True.
Cheers.
You jump in and I can wheel us out. Is that a 12-volt LED strip you've got going on?
Yeah.
And then it's got a dial on it to change the colours.
Yeah, remote control, Bluetooth. Good morning. We are on an island. We're anchored at outer Newry Island, and inside west of that is Newry Island, and we've come here to do a little bit of movement and exercise. Phoebe spent the whole day in front of the computer yesterday and sorting out admin, editing videos, so we had to start the day with getting out here. And plus, this is the nicest weather we've had whilst here so far. It's howling southeast winds still. They're the coconut trees that I climbed yesterday, so yeah, I got to brag to Phoebe about that.
As you should.
And yeah, we're just gonna get into it. What sort of exercise are you gonna be doing?
I'm gonna do, I usually use my beach bells and fill up the beach bells with sand so I can use it like weights, like a kettlebell.
Yep.
But we're in a park today, so I'm probably just gonna do some high intensity interval training, some
Nice.
Pilates. Don't know, whatever I feel like.
Cool. That's her cup of tea, and I'm gonna put my rings in that tree just there, and yeah, just swing around like a pretend gymnast. I was trying to get your workout face.
You bastard.
Oops.
get your workout face. The sun is out. We're gonna go for a hike on Newry Island with the crew over at Pahelian while we have some sun. It's been probably 3 days now without any sun at all, so it's so lovely. Yeah, we're just gonna make sure that we get back this afternoon to prepare the boat for our passage tomorrow, because it'll probably be a bit dicey. And everything will go flying, and we're not quite ready yet. But yeah, we need to move our body and get some sunshine while we can. It's actually been really nice to have these strong southeasterly winds with the rain and the clouds and just the sadness and gloominess, because it means I can just sit down and edit and pump out some videos. The last thing I want to do when I'm in an anchorage with bright blue skies and sunny weather and clear water is sit down inside and edit. And I can't take the laptop outside because of salt and everything. That's what ruined my last laptop. So I always have to be inside, and because we've been in such incredible locations for the past 2 months, editing has not been my priority at all. So, because I get massive FOMO and I don't want to sit inside and do that. So to be able to have some dismal weather going on outside, I know that I'm not missing out on anything. And then when the boys went on a hike yesterday and it started pissing down rain, I felt so good with my hot cacao and my warm snuggly earphones on the couch. In saying that though, we're all gonna go for a hike on Newry Island now because the sun is well and truly out. Don't know how long for, so we're gonna try and get out there as soon as possible. It's about a 1.5K walk, I don't know, but it's enough to get the juices flowing. So got my shoes, got my muscle tee, I'm ready to go. Sonia's been loving her heat mat. We've been pumping the heat mat, sacrificing the energy for her so that she can have her warmth. But I think I'm going to take her on the hike today because she's been so good lately, sitting on my shoulder and not getting all wriggly. Because she's so little and so vulnerable and the world is so big and mighty, she doesn't stay on my shoulder for too long. She gets really wriggly and like wants to be put away into a dark place. Which makes it really hard because when we're out in public and I've had her on my shoulder and she's been like, okay, I'm getting overstimulated, I've had enough, I can't really do anything, so I just have to put my hair over her. But she's been really good lately, I think because she's growing up so fast. So yeah, she'll come for a hike with us. Oh, I spoke too soon. She made a mad dash from her heat mat to here, which means that she's gonna get ready for bed. Oh, you're right, there you go. Good night, see you soon. Newry Island, where history of past tourists meets the yachties of today. And adventure meets, well, a little bit of just leisurely wandering now. Although once a bustling little resort, there's not much left to do on this island other than walk, eat coconuts, and just have a breather. Thousands of years ago, the Yuwi peoples, who were the traditional custodians of the land, paddled their canoes from mainland to the island. The Newry Islands were their pantry, playground, and their paradise. Fast forward to 1879 when Royal Navy Staff Commander E.P. Bebel decided to spice things up by naming the islands. I guess Newry was easier on the tongue than Royal Navy Staff Commander E.P. Bebel's island. Fred and Marcel Rooster started running the show in 1934, where they built a quaint little resort with only a few dwellings. Marcel's sister was none other than the Annette Kellerman, who was the Wonder Woman of the early 20th century. In 1902, at just 16, Kellerman won the Ladies 100 Yards and the 1 Mile Championships of New South Wales. She was also the first woman to attempt to swim the English Channel at only 19 years old. They built a little hut for her to visit in between her demanding career of being a professional swimmer, vaudeville star, writer, and inspiration of the liberation of women's swimsuits by pioneering the one piece. A very controversial advocacy at the time. It's because of women like Annette that the girls of today can pursue their dreams in male-dominated sports and industries and be cheeked up in the sun with pride. When visiting Newry, she had no qualms with the underwater predators. Sharks? Crocodiles? Please. They were probably asking for her autograph. The resort, however, went through its own twists and turns, changing hands until Parks and Wildlife decided to take the reins in 2001. The iconic Art Deco bar vanished, making way for a modern recreational shelter. No more beachside beer rendezvous, but hey, at least we've got picnic tables and drop dunnies. Today you can wander the remnants of the once bustling resort, explore the beachfront, or take a stroll along the short trails, all while soaking in the rich beauty of this tropical gem. It's like a treasure hunt, but most of the treasure is intangible because the riches of the island is held in the history.